Is this you? Have you started a 30-day art challenge with lofty goals, good intentions, and so much energy, and then 15 days in, you're like, I'm here to help you set yourself up for success. Hello everyone, my name is Dorothy. I've done 2 art challenges in the past, Inktober, PEACHTOBER, and that's pretty much it. The 30-day art challenge I'm doing this year is PEACHTOBER. The artist Furry Little Peach, aka Sean, she puts out a prompt list for the month of October, and each day in the month, artists around the world will create something with that prompt in mind. I've enjoyed doing this challenge for the past 2 years, and each year I feel like I learn a lot more about art, and I'm challenged with prompts that I wouldn't normally do. Most of all, I really enjoy seeing what other artists in the community do, as well as what my friends are doing with the prompts. It's a really fun way to connect with the artist community. Big recommendation energy here, 20 out of 10 would recommend. So it's mid-September and Furry Little Peach posted her prompt list, so I thought I might as well take you along for the journey of preparing for PEACHTOBER. I'll add a link in the description box for her prompt list. No one asked for this video, so probably no one will watch it, but that's okay because you're here and you are cool. Step 1, goals. Ask yourself, what goals do you have as an artist? You're going to be completing 31 different pieces, so you might as well set a goal for yourself. This helps you keep on track, and it also helps you get something out of this. Maybe you want to grow a skill, try out a new medium, try a new color palette. Perhaps you want to try drawing pineapples in different ways. I think it's important to surface this goal, and even if your goal is just to complete the challenge, that is a worthwhile goal. For me, I wanted to try out colored inks and incorporate characters wherever I could. Step 2, brainstorming. For each prompt, start by making a list of things that you associate with it. Having done this challenge in the past 2 years, I found it so much easier when I have a list of ideas for each of the prompts. This way, if you get stuck, you have other ideas that you can utilize. And doing this early on allows me to simmer on it and have that extra time to think. Step 3, thumbnails. I think that this step is key. If you take anything away from this video, this is the one thing that you should do. For each of the prompts, I sketch out 1 to 4 different thumbnails based on my brainstorming session. Having these ideas in your back pocket is really, really important when your brain is tired. These are going to be great ideas for you to latch onto and just get to creating art. Step 4, testing out colors and materials. If your goal was to try out new mediums, this is where you can play around and experiment with them. Settling on a color palette is the main way I keep my PEACHTOBER collection looking cohesive. For me, I wanted to use colored inks. I tried out different colors and tested out different colored palettes. I also tested out some of the colors on the most complicated thumbnail that I drew, and this is just to see how those color palettes react with that thumbnail. I also had to figure out which red colors I used and which ones I really liked because I didn't actually label any of them when I was testing them out. So when you're doing this and you have 4 different colors of red, maybe label them. In the end, I settled on a wet-on-wet color technique with masking fluid and colored pencil. Very, very simple. Step 5, prepping your canvas. I decided that I wanted to use these pieces in my shop. I thought I might as well utilize the best ones as postcards. With that in mind, I chose to work with a 4x6 paper size, and I cut down watercolor paper to those dimensions. This is very particular to my uses, so you might be using a sketchbook, a canvas, maybe just doing it all in one page. It's very particular to you. So once I cut out all of my watercolor paper, I was ready to go. A bonus step. Some people may also start sketching out their first prompts. I'll probably do this closer to October. And then a note about the prompts. I often do a couple prompts ahead on the weekend so I can take better lit photography and take my time with them. Some people do get salty about that. That's okay. You can be salty about it, but this is my challenge, so
I get to do what I want.
Another note, changing habits is really hard, and this is essentially you changing your habits for 1 month. I think it's important to remember to be kind to yourself throughout this process. Make sure that you are remembering why you're doing this in the first place. I feel like you're ready to tackle any 30-day art challenge. So go forth and make something cool. I'm rooting for you. If you are going to do an art challenge, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video.